That house upgrade might look amazing on Pinterest, HGTV, or your neighbor's home, but some upgrades can lead to expensive maintenance, poor resale value, or daily frustration that, whether you're renovating for yourself or for resale, can quickly outweigh the initial appeal. So, I'm going to walk you through the home upgrades that sound great at first but often become costly regrets later, and how to avoid spending money on improvements that can work against you in the long run. Ciao everyone, I'm Feli and welcome back. I'm a real estate investor, interior designer, property flipper. I've seen homeowners spend thousands on upgrades they were convinced would add value, only to discover they created maintenance headache, limited buyer appeal, or simply weren't worth the investment. If you want a renovation decision that elevates your game, make sure you stay with me until the end. Let's start with the upgrades that have the least impact on resale value and overall appeal, and then move on the ones that have the most significant effect on a property value. Now, one of the easiest ways to create future regrets starts right inside the kitchen. Open shelving seems like an easy way to make a kitchen feel bigger, brighter and more custom without spending a fortune on a full renovation. It photographs beautifully. It shows up constantly in design magazine, and it gives homeowners the feeling that they're creating a more modern and expensive looking space. That appeal is easy to understand because open shelving removes visual weight from a kitchen. Instead of looking at a wall full of upper cabinets, you see open space, decorative dishes, plants and carefully styled accessories. The problem is that the real kitchen rarely stays styled for very long. Everyday life starts moving in almost immediately. Mismatched cups, food containers, cooking supplies, grocery items begin competing for space, then dust becomes part of the equation. Every exposed item needs regular cleaning, regular organizing and regular attention. What initially felt open and airy slowly starts feeling like storage without any protection. Homeowners often discover that they are spending more time managing the shelves than enjoying them. Indeed, the open shelving is one of the 2026 trends on the way out. And if you want to know which other kitchen trends are fading away, click on this video here. Instead of open shelving, opt for closed storage solution. More practical, more storage and easier to maintain. Even if you lose a bit of the initial wow factor, the long-term functionality and ease of living is worth it. Keeping things organized is one challenge, but this next upgrade makes everyday messes impossible to hide. Dark flooring can instantly make a home feel richer, more dramatic and more upscale. I love dark flooring. It's one of those upgrades that often looks incredible in a showroom, in a model home or freshly completed renovation where everything is perfectly clean and untouched. The challenge, as we've seen with open shelving, is the daily maintenance it requires. Dark hardwood, dark laminate and deep colored flooring tend to highlight everything sitting on the surface. Dust, pet hair, footprints, scratches, crumbs and everyday debris become much more noticeable than they would on lighter finishes. The floors seem dirty even when the house is relatively clean. The flooring itself isn't falling, it's simply revealing the little things happening on it. Families with children, pets or high traffic households often discover they're cleaning significantly more often just to maintain the appearance they originally fell in love with. Instead of dark flooring, go for lighter wooden finishes or neutral tiles. Even terrazzo or textured natural marble can be great options, adding character while offering a maintenance advantage, as dirt and everyday wear are far less visible. Sometimes practicality creates a better long-term result than drama. Cleaning becomes manageable, but this next feature keeps demanding attention year after year. Vessel sinks became popular because they instantly make a bathroom feel custom, modern and high-end. Sitting above the countertop rather than inside it, they create a designer look that stands out from traditional bathroom fixtures. The issue isn't how they look, the issue is how they function after the novelty wears off. Water tends to splash more easily around the base. Cleaning becomes more difficult and the sink can feel less comfortable depending on its height and design. Many homeowners fall in love with the visual statement without considering how many times they'll actually interact with it every day. Over time, small inconveniences beg in adding up. A feature chosen primarily for appearance can become frustrating when practicality wasn't given the same attention during planning stage. Whether you are evaluating a design feature, imagine using it every single day. In this case, if it's not practical for the main bathroom, you can can still use it in a powder room or a guest bathroom, areas that are used less frequently. Great design happens when appearance and function work together. If one consistently sacrifices the other, the feature might become less enjoyable much faster than expected. Small annoyances add up over time, but this next upgrade comes with costs that never really disappear. Decorative water fixtures create an immediate sense of luxury. The sound of moving water feels relaxing, the visual impact is impressive, and many homeowners imagine it becoming the centerpiece of an outdoor space they'll enjoy for years. The reality is that water fixtures rarely stay maintenance-free for long. Pumps wear out, algae develops, and debris collect, and cleaning becomes part of the routine. Even smaller features require ongoing attention to keep them functioning properly and looking attractive. What starts as a peaceful backyard addition can slowly become another item on a growing maintenance checklist. Many homeowners eventually stop using or enjoying the feature altogether, but the upkeep responsibility remains. The problem isn't that the water fixtures are bad, it's that people often underestimate the long-term commitment attached to them. A good renovation decision should continue delivering value without constantly demanding your time. Before installing any feature that relies on mechanical parts or regular maintenance, think about whether it truly adds value and review the cost and maintenance time required to make an informed decision. Long-term enjoyment matters far more than the excitement that comes with installation day. So far, we've mainly talked about maintenance. The next two improvements can be major deal breakers as they involve significant works and can reshape how buyers perceive the entire property. Garage conversion seems like an easy way to gain extra living space without building an addition. A home office, game room, or guest suite sounds far more useful than a place where cars and storage boxes sit most of the time. The challenge is that future buyers evaluate the space based on flexibility. A converted garage may work perfectly for one family, but another buyer might see lost parking, lost storage, or an expensive project they need to reverse. In many neighborhoods, garages remain highly desirable because they solve practical problems people face every day. Once that function disappears, the property can instantly become less appealing to a large group of buyers. The additional room feels valuable for the owner, while reducing value in the eyes of someone shopping for a home. The strongest upgrade expands possibilities instead of narrowing them. Before permanently changing the purpose of a space, consider whether you are improving flexibility or simply customizing the home around your current situation or personal ideas and wishes. Homes that adapt easily to different lifestyles tend to attract more buyers and hold their value more effectively over time. Also, if you're flipping a property, I've put together a resource that can help you approach the process in a smarter, more strategic way. So check the link below. Now, limiting flexibility creates problems later, but next upgrade creates frustration almost immediately. And the biggest winner on the scale of the world's home upgrades you can make isn't a specific feature, but cheap renovation and low quality finishes overall. Cheap DIY renovation creates some of the biggest regrets because they often look the most affordable option at the beginning. Saving money feels smart, especially when countless videos make complicated projects appear quick and easy. The problem is that poor workmanship has a way of revealing itself over time. Uneven flooring, improperly installed tile, amateur electrical work, and plumbing mistake and rushed finishes may not seem serious initially, but they often become far more expensive to correct later. Many homeowners end up paying twice, once for original project and again for repairs or professional replacement. What makes this regret especially costly is that the intention was usually to save money in the first place. The shortcut often produces the exact opposite outcome. One of the best habits that any renovator or homeowner can develop is knowing the difference between a project that is safe to learn or assign to a low-cost supplier or contractor and a project that requires real experience. Painting a room is very different from modifying an electrical system or waterproofing a shower. Saving money only works when the result still holds up years later. Otherwise, the cheapest option often becomes the most expensive lesson. Every renovation decision should make life better after the excitement wears off. If an upgrade creates more maintenance, more frustration, or more limitation than value, it's probably not the improvement it first appeared to be. Now you know which properties deserve a second look before the money gets spent. I'll leave you with this video, Renovation Regrets 2 years later, where I walk through a real case study I worked on, showing which upgrades I'm still happy with and which ones I would do differently today. I really hope this video gave you some useful ideas, and if it did, please support the channel by liking the video, subscribing, and leaving a comment. I'll see you in the next one.